and go to work. I put on the lingerie, I'm just sitting in bed, and I'm like, stop the light. Oh, night, bro. I just all the night.
So wait, were you putting on lingerie for yourself?
I always do that.
Is this a thing?
Yes.
So you're
It's
putting.
important.
So you're putting on lingerie to masturbate?
It's a ritual, yes.
It's
the whole experience.
Nah, you're on fuckery. You're keeping up.
What are you talking about?
So you're telling me there's no nigga present.
Yes.
You're not getting no dick.
No.
You charge up the vibrator.
Yeah.
Make sure it's on full.
Yeah.
Make sure you charge the second one too.
Yeah.
Make sure that's on full.
Mm-hmm.
And then you draw for your sexy panties.
Yeah.
Slap them on.
Yeah.
To touch yourself?
Yes.
She wasn't lying when she said she
Absolutely.
masturbates to herself, eh?
I really
She's masturbating, rubbing her pussy, looking at herself in the mirror up top like, God damn, I'm a bad bitch. Make yourself come.
Yo, this is off the rails part two.
Oh my
What the fuck you're on?
No,
Yo,
but
I
that's
never
like
did,
no,
bro.
it's like a self-care thing. It's like I shower, I like, put on my good lotion and like put on my nice little sexy fragrance on. I'm like, oh, okay, let's
Don't
go.
kill me.
And then I slap on like a nice piece of lingerie so I just feel good. I
Yeah.
feel nice.
Yeah.
And then like, if I end up touching myself, great. But if not, just like I just feel nice. I'm just in bed in my nice lingerie. I'm feeling good. I'm reading a book. I'm just like, oh yes. And then I just turn off the lights and it's I'm sleeping.
All right, well, she might be an anomaly, but I'm just going to say this. Girls are fucking weird, bro. Like, there's no way I'm slapping on some Calvin Klein, greasing down my belly,
Yo, the man said
taking the
greasing down
fucking
my
socks
belly.
off and shit,
Getting cozy.
turning on some
making the
motherfucking
bed.
R&B,
Yes.
lighting a candle just to stroke my chicken, fam.
Nah, it's not happening.
There's
dog.
no gal in sight. Eat that thing, dog. No, I'm good, dog. I slap on the stimulus, bust it, clean it up, go to bed.
Go do your
Go to
thing.
bed.
That's it.
I know what you guys are on.
It's a whole experience. It's nice. And on top of that, sometimes I'll kick it up a notch. And I'll buy myself a gift in the day. I'll be like, oh, like let me like buy myself.
No,
I'll
nigga.
buy myself
No,
a
listen.
gift in the
Nigga,
Yeah.
you're just fucking lonely, bro. Sorry, like I'm off of this, bro. I'm done. I'm not even entertaining this,
right
fam.
now.
This is
You need a
self-love.
nigga, yo.
It's
Yo.
Yeah,
the
this-
epitome of self-love,
exactly.
okay, people? Okay.
Epitome.
Instead of having a physical
Epitome.
person to do this, okay, I am going to do it myself. I'm gonna
Yo,
go
I can't
out,
even.
buy myself a fresh bouquet of flowers.
Okay.
Come home, be like, oh yes, I put them up. Then like light my nice incense. Maybe a couple candles going for myself.
Really?
Treat myself, have a nice meal. I'm like, oh, let's go get my favorite sushi. Go for it, whatever. And then I just take a shower. I'm like, oh yes. Start scrubbing the dead skin off my foot bottoms. The whole fucking procedure. Okay, get nice and like
So you're
lotioned
just
up.
pampering yourself and everything?
Basically, it's a pampering thing. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I
you know what,
thoroughly enjoy the lingerie part for myself. Like, I don't wear lingerie for
Mm.
men necessarily because, like, more times than not, like, it gets ripped off so fast.
Yeah.
Some dudes just don't
They don't really get to enjoy
appreciate
it.
it.
Yeah.
So I sit there, I put my good lingerie on, and I just stare at myself in the mirror, and I'm just like, oh shit, like, yes, girl, oh my god, and it's just like, like a nice little like boost, like you're still that bitch, like don't even stress it, like don't let nobody
I
tell you
understand now.
different,
Okay.
I understand now. So shorties go.
Mm.
They don't have a nigga. They buy themselves gifts. They put on the sexy lingerie, put the perfume on, look sexy, touch themselves. And
Yeah.
after they climax, they go online and say, I don't need niggas for nothing. Fuck niggas. This is what's happening, bro.
Yo, this
This
what's
is
going
what's
on?
going on. This is why
Yo.
they don't need niggas no more, bro.
Oh
They're
my
doing
God,
everything
they're
for
doing
them.
it
They're
for
taking
themselves.
themselves out
They
to the
took
date.
independent
They're
to
buying
another
themselves
level,
lingerie.
dog.
They're making themselves come. They're appreciating themselves, fam.
Yo, they really don't need us.
This is why we gotta buy Birkins now. This is why we're on the Birkin tip, yo. This is why we gotta get Birkins for pussy now, bro. This is what it's come to. They got all the Viber. They have all the devices already, bro.
Wow.
Niggas ain't shit.
So now that's why we have to get Birkins, because y'all just figured out a formula to please yourselves. All right.
That's why they can't come either. That's why they can't come either. They're fucking their clit
Yo,
up,
that's
bro.
mad,
Bare
bro. That's why
toys and all types of shit.
them are putting in
I mean,
hour
contrary
strokes
to
and
popular
can't do
belief,
nothing.
You
What?
do make a valid point about fucking up the clit and whatever off of like over masturbation, whatever. It's the toys that you use. I've learned this from one of my friends. She used to work at a sex shop, and she was basically telling me, she's like, "Oh, yo, like, you have to pay attention to like the type of vibration your toy's emitting. I'm like, the type of vibration, like, yes, different types of toys emit different types of vibrations, and some of them desensitize the clit and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit. She's like, you have to be really careful. So I'm like, which ones would be like the best for like, you know, regular use? And she goes like, oh, there's this really good one, and it's like this like interesting shape. It's like kind of like looks like that. It has like a little curve like a palm thing, but it has like a little spout. And one of my homegirls has it, and she's like, you want to look at it? I was like, sure. And I just remember using it, and it just feels. It's basically there's no like electronic or like machine aspect to it anymore. It uses like air instead of a vibration.
Are you serious?
Legit just like sputtering like little like pulses of air on like your clit. But it's one of the best toys out.
Pulses of air on your clit.
Instead of it being like a vibration or anything like that, it's just like
air.
It's like
you hear that nigga? You don't even gotta eat pussy no more. Just blow on it.
Just blow on it.
No, it's not the same. It's pressurized. Okay?
Pressurized. You can do pressure.
No, it's not.
Yeah, of course you can. What are you talking about?
No.
Neeks, you telling me a man can't put no pressure in the
The air, no, it's just gonna be a hot mess of just like warm, weak, like
not even hitting the clit.
Not even, it's just gonna be like
you just blowing air on the lips.
Highly dissipated, okay, warm breath.
Yo, I got that pressurized air for you, bro.
No pressure
You know?
there. No, there's no. It's not the same.
My air game is strong.
I just
You
tried
see
it.
with that?
No, it's not the same. It's coming from this device, and I like did it on my finger, and I was like, whoa, and I was like, this is, and she looked at me, and she's like, yeah, and like the opening, it's just a little thing, and I was like,
yeah, this shit's mad.
But it's the most expensive toy on the market. I think it's like $220, and on top of that, they try and push you on like a protection plan for it, which is like an additional like 50 bones. So you're almost dropping like 3 bills for this thing.
3 bills,
but it's immaculate. So it's like I have that.
Mm.
Or like I'm working up to get that, so I'm gonna get that for myself for Black Friday or something. And then I have like my little wall dildo for like shower time.
What?
Yeah, it's how you practice throwing it back.
No, don't
it's
even. My nigga, don't act like you don't know, bro.
I know, but
you've
like,
seen enough OnlyFans.
It's the thing. Come on.
Like, but that's the thing that she said. That's how we practice throwing it,
bro. I'm not gonna lie, because I seen a post online when a girl like was going through her dildo rotation. She slapped me.
Like she had different ones.
Yeah, and in the comments, shorty's like, sis, send me the link for the one on the wall. Like, there, girls, they're on it, bro. They're on their dildo game, bro, and their vibrators and all that shit.
Yo, they really don't need us, eh?
You know what? No, they do. I mean, they don't. They do.
They do and they don't.
No, but you know what? I think it's basically because you're lonely. I feel you masturbate more times because there's nobody paying you no mind. You don't have any companionship.
Yeah,
but not really though. You still masturbate whether.
Yes, you do, but I'm saying like when I'm in. Okay, let me put it this way. Like, best example. Like if you're in a relationship, okay, sometimes you do masturbate. Even so, you don't always. You still masturbate even when you have sex. But let me put it this way. I could like go out with a girl just on a date. Yeah. Not even kiss, not even hug her, nothing crazy. Just had a good time. Yeah. And that's good enough for me. I'll go home and I'm not itched to masturbate. Like I don't want to because that's fulfilling enough. And also on the flip side, I also feel kind of weak. Come like I was just with a shorty. Now I'm gonna pleasure myself. So I'm like, nah. I'll wait. Like, so if I have like, for me, if I'm talking to somebody and it's good, like the only time I guess like maybe I might masturbate when I'm like having something like serious who stimulates me, who actually like if we're fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah. As if like we're having spicy talks and they're nowhere in sight.
Like if they're away or something like that. Yeah.
But if I have somebody and the sex is active and it's good, I don't think there's no need for me to masturbate like on my own. If the sex is good, I'll bust a nut. I know you feel the inclined to fuck for the next 3 days.
Oh, for sure. Like you're satisfied. No, you're good. You're straight.
Yeah. Right.
Like when I don't know if it changes for women, but I know for a fact, like if I'm like getting sex regularly and you're in a relationship and this person does it for you, like you're good. Like there's even times where you're just having sex now for surety because you're straight. You know what I'm saying? Nice. There's been times where shorty's ready to go and I'm just like, all right, whatever. I wasn't in the mood, but I'm not gonna tell shorty no. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what it is. So you do get to that point where you're not really inclined to do that. But I see how.
Bro, it's different for girls. It's different for girls.
Because I'm hearing what you guys are saying,
it's
and I get
for
that
girls.
part for you guys, for sure. I can totally get that. But like, I don't know. For like, at least speaking for myself, because I can't speak for like other women, but like for myself, like especially if I have like a romantic interest.
Mm.
Because for me, it's like when I'm lonely, I'll pull up a porn shit, you know.
Yeah.
But if I have somebody that like, even if we're not sexual, if I have somebody in my corner where I'm just like, I feel like this is my person, whatever, like we're just like chill with it, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, me, I would just fuck off the porn completely
and start
just
masturbating
get
to,
off
like,
the thought of
off
them.
them.
And that's just it.
No,
Yeah,
so like,
makes sense.
part
and
of it
like
too,
that for me, like what's like anyone I've gotten like into it with, like they're my muse. It's a wrap. Like everything I do is like centered around them. It's like, you know, if I'm gonna be touching myself, I'm thinking about them. Or like if they want to help a shorty out, they sent me a photo and I'm like, thank you. Boom. That's my night. I'm good.
You want to help us?
They want to help a shorty out. They sent me a quick little photo. I was like, oh, thank you. And then I get to work. I'm good. I want you to pull up. I'm getting to work on my own.
I feel you on that one, definitely.
A little boost. I'm here doing it. I'm like, hey, I just got a little visual. A little visual stimulus. I'll get even higher, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, don't kill me.
And then there've been like a couple of nights, just like, and like this is like the craziest thing that like I've been realizing. I think it's like this whole like just being solo for a long time. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like even like my masturbating sessions, like when they're good, they're fire. Like sometimes I look at myself and I'm on my bed after I finish. I'm like, holy fuck! Like I fucked the shit out of myself, bro. I went out here patting myself on the back, big hair up. I'm like, I fucked the shit out of myself. Oh my god!
I put in some work.
I put in work. My fucking arm's gone numb.
Yo, my girl said my arm went
Arm's gone numb. My legs are shaking. I have to like lie down in starfish position because I just can't. Nothing can touch the area. I'm like, oh god, oh lord, and I just knock out. I wake up.
This
like,
why we can't get them call backs, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
Like we can do a damn good job for us. At least for me personally. Like I've done some immaculate work on myself, more than any dude has ever done for me. So it's kind of just like.
And you know what? And the thing about it is,
I still need a dude though. But
no,
it's like,
what I'm saying is the funny thing
It's
is
the
I don't think
same
I've
thing,
ever heard,
Yeah.
other than obviously girls giving you a hand job.
Yeah.
Girls are notoriously bad at giving hand jobs.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Very bad.
other than that, I don't personally think there's anything I can do to give myself pleasure, more pleasure
than a woman,
than being with a woman. Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. Because there's nothing. Like that's why I think for us, like I would never just be satisfied with that because eventually I'm gonna want a woman because I'm never gonna be able to get to that level where I'm laying back like, holy fuck, look what I did to myself. Like never.
Yeah, you're sitting, you have the fucking sperm there, like holy fuck, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me, bro?
God damn!
Clean yourself, you pick up a phone, text a bitch, like fuck, bro, this is embarrassing, bro. You're sitting here proud, I'm ashamed every fucking time. I'm like, god damn, bro, it's pathetic. Yo, need a shorty, bro.
Yo, I'm dying. But it's true. Because you're going to sit there and be like, you're never going to be like, oh, yeah, that was it. That was it tonight. No man's sitting there saying that, bro. They're just kind of sitting there after they're done, like, oh, back to reality.
Yeah, back to reality. And you feel this 90% of the time, I feel disgusted. I'm like, what am I watching?
Why am I doing
Why am I
this?
here? What the fuck,
bro.
man? And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of happens when you have sex with girls, too. Niggas, I think, well...
If it's a girl that you weren't even trying
I'm just gonna say, like, I say this, like, you have, and no matter what, no matter if you love the girl or not, you have an emotional change after you. It's like catastrophic. Just feel different.
Oh, I thought you meant like you feel like, yo, I shouldn't have done this.
Oh, I mean, if the girl was, you know what I mean, something that you didn't want to slap, you're definitely gonna feel the regret.
Yeah, you're gonna feel the regret
right after. As soon as you bust that, I've been in that situation.
Oh,
I've been in that situation
many times.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what many, but I remember one that was a good one.
Time, dog.
And then I had to pretend like my mom was coming. I was young. I had to pretend like my mom was coming.
Oh, you played that card.
Bro, she begged me for the nut for some. I gave her. I started going crazy, and I was like, all right, I'm about to come. I'm like, fuck it. I didn't want to be here anyways. I'm not gonna do the thing, you know. I bust my nut. I was going a little bit, and I was like, bro, I'm not gonna work my back off for this shorty, bro. Normally I would. I'm like, nah.
But you said she's not even worth the stroke.
I said, oh shit, what time is it? Fuck, my mom's on the way. Come, we gotta call. That was it, bro. I was like, cause as soon as I busted in, I was like, Jesus Christ, bro. I was like, what am I doing?
Have you ever tried to will it? Like it's not coming, and you just want this to be
Oh
over.
yes.
And you're
Oh,
like,
you force
my
it. I'm
God.
thinking about
Everything,
everything,
bro.
all the good pussy I used to have.
Oh my god.
Every
Man, you
fucking-
can't do it like that. Man said all the good.
I'm thinking about everything, all the good pussies.
all the stimulus, man.
Can you imagine? You're in it. You're in it in your mind. You're just like, yo, man. I remember I used to get some A1 shit. This right,
Bro, you
Man.
start picturing the next bitch, bro. Yeah. Don't even move. Don't fucking move.
Don't move.
Yo, don't move.
Or you have to get the right angle.
Right angle
In the
you know what I
Barclays,
mean?
like the light has to hit in the right angle. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
right
that's
there.
that's
the image,
visual.
bro. I'm actually thinking back to a couple of times where I'm like, yo, I just need to bust this nut and just be done here. I want to go so bad. And you're thinking of everything under the sun, all trying to like, try some shit, and you're just
The
like,
bail
oh my
out.
god.
Yeah, sometimes I don't even bust. I just like call it.
You just be like, yep.
Yeah, I just say fuck it, bro.
You-
Sorry, man.
Oh, you called it.
Yeah.
How did Shorty react to that?
I mean, to be honest, like majority
Yeah.
of the time when I did call it, it was somebody else, like fucking continuously.
Oh,
Like, if it's a random, if it's a one-off, like it's never really been a one-off. It was somebody like I fuck like at least for a couple of months or something. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So,
Oh, okay. So it's
So
not like it was
really-
like,
so really, what it was like, how come you don't come? More of like it got into that kind of
oh,
conversation.
Is
you
it
know what I'm
me
saying?
type thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Like, I guess because I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yo, females must feel really fucked up if like.
Oh yeah, if niggas don't come, because like we're
Yeah.
notorious for coming. They can't come. We have to do our diligence to make them come.
Yeah.
If they can't make us, because there was a point in time in my life where I wasn't nutting. Just wasn't interested. But so it was like 3 or 4 girls that I fucked, and I wasn't really coming consistently.
Yeah. Just wasn't
I
doing
got
it for you. Or
and
whatever?
yeah, and I saw this. I fucked up some shorty self-esteem, guaranteed. They're like, oh, what's bare questions? I'm like, yo, really wasn't that big of a deal. For me, it was mainly just because like I'm sneaking fucks with my mom's in the house and shit, dog. Like I can't really get into the pussy the way I want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, you know,
Or like
whatever,
when you
bro,
get
you know?
when you get kind of like distracted too, or
Yeah.
like I don't know, something just takes your mind off of it, and after
That's
that you're
true.
just like I'm just doing this now.
Yeah, and it would usually get to the point where I'm getting taught for like 30 minutes, 40, 45 minutes before I come. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, fuck. But it's just like, I guess it's like more so like, it was more so for me in those like times, like the scenario, the placement, like not like the girls. I wouldn't put it on the girls. They're sexy. It wasn't had nothing to do with that.
It's just more
Yeah.
you, more mental thing,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah. No, I've been there where it's just like, and you can't, and you don't understand why. Like, there's even times where it's like, yo, if like one thing interrupts me, like I'm
Oh yeah,
done.
done exactly. Oh,
I know
Like
it's-
one
Yeah,
little
exactly,
thing,
yeah.
it could be
Yeah,
very
yeah.
small, bro, and it's like,
Mhm. That happens to
Those
shorties
are-
all
oh
the
my
time.
God,
Oh my
one
God.
little thing, bro.
Trust me, I know all about
Like
it.
even just
Yeah.
hearing a vibrate off the phone one time made me like,
Yup, lose your
all right.
concentration.
I was like, all right,
Yo, that's why like I'm like, yo, that's why now I'm like, yo, I gotta be in it. Like
yeah,
when I find a
everything
partner,
is
that's why I don't
set
like
up.
casual sex that much either. Like I'm like, I
Yeah.
need to like trust this person. I need to
Mm.
know, like I need to let them know what I like and them kind of shit's like it has to be like up. You know what I mean? Like
Well, and that's what it comes back to, like communication and everything too, right? Like especially even if it's just like I don't know, like a situationship, you still got to communicate and let the person know, so that way you avoid those type of situations. Have you ever had something like that was completely like it wasn't a relationship? You're just having sex with the thing, and then you guys kind of have like this understanding with each other sexually that you never had with someone that you were in a relationship with? Have you ever been in those type of situations? Because I had one girl that like the sex was just fun, but
I have
with other people it was just like I never had that problem with her because we could openly. Because I felt like I couldn't ask for certain things with other women, but with this particular person, I was like, oh, like if I say, yo, you want to try it? Oh yeah, sure. And it was
Yeah.
and it was gravy.
Oh, it was all
you know what I
good, like,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
everything was just gravy and shit like
I've
that.
legit. I think I remember. I've had one of those my entire sexual career. He was just a unicorn of sorts. He was just like, I don't know what it was about him, and like we were strangers, and like I met him when I was like fucking off an app because like it just like didn't do me any good. I was like, oh, this app's garbage. I'm about to delete, and it was like the last message in my inbox before I deleted it. So I'm like, oh, for the sake of it, I'm just gonna read this and just delete the whole thing. Fuck, like whatever, just stick to my guns. And then I read it, and all the message said was like, yo, you DTF. And I was just like, sure. I said, yeah. Sent him my number, and I said, like, I'm off the app. So like, text me if you're down. If not, like,
off the
I could
app,
care.
send me.
I could care less. Whatever. I deleted it all the while, and he linked me, and then we linked up that same weekend, and then like we stayed like in contact for like the next like year and a half, and like we link up pretty like not like consistently enough. Like I'd see him maybe like at least like once a month or something, but like it was always just like I don't know what it was, but like he wasn't my person. We knew what it was. It just like we didn't even talk. Like we weren't even texting. Nothing. It was just like we'd only link each other. I'd get the text like, "Yo, are you free? What are you up to?" Like that's that. And then once we made the plan for like whenever we're gonna link, and then we'd meet up, and it was just like always like I don't even know how to explain it. It was just always. It was just like this, and like I've never felt so connected to somebody. And like we would obviously like kiki and shit before we got into it when we'd link up, and then like the sex was like he's the only one to this day record time. He was in and out within an hour. Done. Finished the job. Finished the job on me, bro. Like I was like, it's all like comes in. We're done. We're sitting in the boys' truck after, just blazing, and then he cuts. And from the time he got to my crib and left, 60 minutes.
Sometimes that
clean 60 minutes.
60 minutes.
So he pulled up at 4. We got straight to work. We finished. It was immaculate. We smoked up. He left. It was 5.
Ooh. Bravo. Oh,
and I think I liked him so much because he was just so clean with it. He wasn't one of those dudes that just like likes to linger and beg you to sleep over and think, no. He just pulled up, did his job, and fucked off. And I was like, well, damn. I had the rest of my day. It was quick. I was like, okay, I came home from work. Yeah. Comes in. Whatever. Then he leaves. I'm like, all right, I'm about to touch dinner with the girls. I'm just going to hop in the shower, get ready, and I'll make it to dinner for 7.
Damn, you motherfuckers is living the life, bro.
It was lit.
I never had an experience like that. No, I can't say.
I've never had anything. But
anything casual.
Something like that is like easier, I would say, than having like a relationship or whatever. Like,
what about the flip side of that? Not fucking out. You ever had a relationship where you guys it was just everything, and you guys never had no sexual
but you still hung out and shit like that? Yeah?
I've never. So I haven't been that serious with anybody before. So I'm out.
She's like, no, I'm out.
I'm out.
No, I've had people like that in my life where it's like you wanna chill with them, and sex is not really the thing that's on your mind. Yeah. It's more just their presence. You kind of have that connection with them. So like you see how you had that moment, but like it was sex with that guy.
Yeah.
It's like having that moment, but it's just chilling. You just enjoy everything.
Conversation, exactly. Fucking even cuddling or something like that.
Actually, okay, there's this one dude, but like I don't know, I was attracted to like his craft.
Okay.
Like I was, cause he was like a really sick like artist or like photographer / like graphic, like he was like on capsule, this like creative whatever, and his photography was like so insane, and on top of that his like digital work was like even sicker, and I was just like so enthralled and enamored by him because like he was just like so good, effortlessly, just like he'll put his finger on the thing and it was a fucking masterpiece. So I was so into it, whatever. And we do like artsy things together and just like chill. But there's absolutely nothing physical to it because like I just couldn't bring myself to be that for him. Like there's something about the way he was I just wasn't drawn to in that way. But I really wanted to keep the companionship aspect of it, of like his friendship and just hanging out. And like he'd be doing the most too. He was bending over backwards for me at one point. He had an internship from the city because he didn't live in the city at the time. And I used to I was on EI, so I used to link up with him for lunch and just spend lunch with him and then walk him back to his work and then we just fuck off, whatever. But every time I'd meet up at his workplace for his lunch, we'd always go to the same cafe and he'd always buy my coffee for me and then we'd just sit and then we'd just talk. This is his whole lunch break. He'd eat his lunch and then whatever and just shoot the shit and I walk him back and then we'd text and we never spoke on the phone really, but we'd text each other and Instagram and he'll send me all types of shit. But and he took me on dates and everything, but it just never went physical. Didn't even kiss the boy, anything, nothing. Took me to sushi, took me to Ripley's Aquarium, took me all types of places. Fucking I spent my lunch with him, or he spent his lunch with me, bought me my coffee all the time, and there's nothing to it. And then
is that something you enjoyed?
I didn't see. I enjoyed it because I liked the companionship. I loved him as a person, as a friend. I loved him a lot for that. And I think that situation, I didn't enjoy it because I knew he wanted more.
Okay.
You know, he
Alright.
wanted to explore more things. Or like was gonna try to, and even that was wonky because like he was like, you know, super nerdy guy and really awkward. And like he even opened up to me about it. He said like he hasn't been with a lot of women himself, and like he didn't feel 1,000% confident in that
One of
part.
those.
So when he hit me with that,
Ugh.
I automatically took him out the running. But even
Yeah, I can't
before
even
that,
lie. Listen,
you know,
I'm on a side note. Listen,
Yeah.
guys, if you never had no pussy, lie.
No, honestly,
no. Listen.
Straight.
I'm not even. Listen, I'm a real nigga. I say tell the truth, but when it comes to being an
Yeah.
adult man with a little experience, don't tell the shorties this. They don't want to hear that.
It's true though.
They
No,
have
no,
a hard enough
it's true.
time already. You just heard she fucking uses 20 different tools to fucking make herself come. It's already an uphill battle. They don't want to work with you, fam. They want you to come prepared.
Come ready with the things.
So
Ready
just
with the
read up. You know what I'm saying? Just
You
say,
know what I mean?
just lie through your fucking teeth, and then beg for fucking forgiveness after you fucking. If you don't live up to the tax, but you're not gonna get there being honest on this one. You're
But
not getting there
even,
being
like-
honest on this one.
But like all that aside, even if he did hit me with the whole like, oh, I have the best
You're
short game in the
dead.
fucking land, whatever,
Oh, man.
I'm the best in the industry right now. Like if he hit me with all that, even that wouldn't
still
have
wouldn't
changed. I
pop.
don't think so. Like I just like there's something about him that like I just couldn't bring myself to be that with him.
But you still had that emotional connection.
But I still had the
through
emotional
companionship.
connection, still had the companionship. We were
Mhm.
really cool friends, and like he was a sick creative. He taught me so much shit. So I was like, what? On paper, I'm like, slap it soft across the face. I'm like, the fuck are you doing? Like on paper, this is excellent. This is what you should be going for.
Yeah, you know what,
Why is it not working for you?
You know what it could be? Because like sometimes you're just in a space where like you don't want that relationship, even subconsciously.
Mhm.
It's just you start to realize about yourself, like, yo, like this takes a lot. I know we talked about it before. Like relationships are a lot of compromise.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like you get to this position. I think you were saying like you don't want to compromise yourself anymore.
Yeah.
So now, but you still desire that
Mm.
emotional connection, that bond with someone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because as human beings, like none of us want to be lonely or whatever. So I think we all desire some form of companionship.
Definitely.
And I think a lot of
Social
people are
kinship.
just in that space now. So maybe that's what could have been holding you back from like even taking that step forward with him. It's like everything's gone on paper, but maybe you yourself
Right.
internally you're just not ready for that
Not
step. What do
ready.
you
That's
think?
how I feel too. Like I feel like that's like an interesting concept to go on. Like
Mhm.
yeah, like I think now we're older, so it's a little bit more pressure. But before, when I was younger and I was dating, like the idea of companionship was actually something that I was cool with
Mhm.
as well. Like, you know what I mean? Because then you're like juggling multiple girls or whatever the fuck. the case is.
Yeah.
But like now, that concept is like, yeah, it's like literally what you're just saying. You might get to the point in time in your life where you do want to build with somebody, you want to go further, but you also don't want to waste your time. Or you don't want to take away from what you're doing right now because you realize, you put so much of your energy into past relationships and
Right.
all those other things and got nothing out of it, right? So maybe at a point in time in your life where you're trying to work on yourself, yeah, you do want somebody around and you do want to have, you want to be there for somebody, but you don't want to have to be responsible for that. You don't have that responsible, that title. That, it's just cool. We link up, we talk, we go to dinner, we eat, whatever the fuck, we watch movies, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't even have to fuck because, once you start fucking,
It changes
things.
things.
Yeah.
things start,
Changes things,
different
yeah.
emotions start hitting the
Yeah.
thing. Like taking some time to actually get to know somebody, because it's a problem. Like you start fucking, you start liking somebody, you getting into it, and you guys advance relationship too fast, too far. And that's if you're trying to work on yourself.
So,
Right? So
yeah.
the time you're trying to work on yourself, I think that's actually something like right now. I was like, I'm looking at it too, like, yeah, you come out, you fucking, I have a youth right now. I'm trying to, like, you know what I mean? Raise. I have things I'm trying to do in my life, in my relationship. Last thing I'm trying to do is worry about somebody else's emotions,
situation.
problems, all them kind of deep shits right now, and have to actually hold myself accountable and be responsible and be the kind of lover and person that I want to be without misrepresenting. You know what I mean? Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, so I would even mind personally. I would say, yeah, it's like the two sides of the spectrum. Either you have that straight, just link up and you know what it is.
Yeah.
Get the business done and go to fuck home. I don't have, we don't gotta talk. Just make sure you keep it safe. Or you have that flip side, is just somebody you really bond with, that you really vibe with. You're trying to, you're actually taking the slow game to get to learn them, know them. There's nothing wrong with that, because if you don't give each other any real commitment, like, you can go on and still talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. But if you come here and you want to come cuddle with me and watch a movie, then sure.
Sure.
Because we're working towards that. And I'll take it. Yeah, if it takes 6 months, it's cool. Because what is it these days? You know, I holler at a shorty. I'm pressuring her phone line for fucking 2 weeks. I finally get to slap. Maybe I decide to make it wifey. Have some consistent.
And that's all you do.
Whatever. And that's it. Like,
and then after that, then you're learning each other.
And then you're trying to build theirs. And then what? After 3 months in, you're like, actually, I don't really fuck with this girl. I didn't know she was like that.
Right.
You never took the real
you're trying
time
to figure out how to like dead it after that.
But then you're already deep in the pussy. You love it. Maybe the sex is immaculate. Now you're stuck. You don't want to give up one thing for the next. So maybe she's kind of crazy. But so is the pussy. So you know what?
Right.
Maybe I'll try to figure this out.
Yo, it's true. Because sometimes you get caught up in some shit and you're just like, yo, I should be out of this. But yo, maybe if I put in some more effort, things can change and swing my way. But sometimes you're just not, you know what I mean? You guys may be sexually compatible, but you're not socially compatible.
That's,
you know
I don't feel socially safe with this person.
Socially safe. Kill me with that one. Yeah. That's the term.
That's the term.
I don't feel socially
Don't leave me. You need to make me feel socially safe. Please. It's a lot of
Can you imagine? Yo, don't leave me with this shirt.
Please, I don't feel socially safe.
I can't talk. We don't get it now. It's we're good.
Like, could you imagine if you like, it's like, I don't want to have sex. I just feel socially safe with you. I just want you here with me so we can talk and do whatever.
I mean, on the other spectrum is like we're talking from a mature standpoint.
Very much so, yeah.
We
were like early 20s. I can tell you that was the last thing I thought I could fuck my way to everything I want in my life. It doesn't work that way.
Exactly. And this is not going to relate to you immature man. And for the reason why you're not mature enough to deal with this, you're going to get your ass friend zone. Don't come in trying to talk about if you're feeling like, maybe I'm working on myself in the companionship thing. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to get friend zone. If you're not really up like that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the flip side of this. Like,
you'll get friend zone.
Yeah, sure. if you're the one who's like, yo, I'm protecting my fucking self and I'm gonna take the slow route because I don't give a fuck about that right now, then it's cool. But don't try to use companionship as your game to get shorties. You're gonna get nowhere.
Yeah, I know. And I know there's mans that will pull that route because you hear it all the time. Shorties will tell you like they'll be like, oh, like I'm seeing someone. They'll be like, oh, I could be your friend and all this stuff, and they're playing the role.
Or you can talk to me. What are you going through?
Yeah, I'm here to help you with your emotional part. Think of me as your emotional support.
And listen, yo, there's some mans
that can swing it.
No, there's some mans who are legendary at that game. My good friend Dizzy here was the inventor of that game.
Oh, I wasn't the inventor.
he was the man during high school. This guy was the master of that very said game.
Mine was the self pity there.
He was the empath. He was the ultimate empath. That's how he got. If you don't got that, don't try this. This is not in your real life.
Call me the ultimate empath.
You're getting friend zone.
AKA the ultimate empath. I'll take it.
The master of the century, the empath.
The empath. Yo, honestly,
but don't do it. That's the wrong way to get to it.
Like high school, again, like he said, it's more of a mature thing, right? So in high school, yeah, man, I wasn't mature at all. I was like, I'm gonna do it, and more times than none. Fucking paid.
Come on, man. You're dealing in emotions. You're always gonna get a pussy. That's how you get to the front, bro.
Because you know what I mean. And you know what made me realize? When Shorty hit you with that, you know, I wish I had a guy like you line, and you're sitting there like, I am a guy like me.
No.
So then you start hitting them with the emotional connection, and that's how you swing it. That's how I realized. I'm like, well,
I'm here. I'm single.
How do I finesse that into getting what I want?
I'm single.
That's what it is.
Try the kid out.
You know what I mean?
And you just turn out to be like every other nigga. Hit it and quit it. Toot it and boot it, bro.
Oh, man. Yeah, guys, don't do it, man. It's fun at first, but yo, it's a lot of baggage at the end of it. Because when you connect with, especially Shorty, on an emotional tip, trying to get out of that is some next level.
Okay, so then on the flip side, then because we've been flipping it a lot.
Yeah.
No. Come with the flip side, then. What about those situations where you just fuck buddies?
Oh, yo,
and you're trying to get it to the next level though.
Oh, trying to get it to the next level.
Yeah.
Not trying to get out of it.
Is this ever a good idea
to take it to the next level?
To even try.
Now, I say it depends on the situation. Who initiated the friends with benefits? Was it like you wanted it and the person agreed? Because I've been in a situation where a shorty would tell me this is all I want, but then if she says this is all I want, I can feel the pressure now because I'm like, oh, she doesn't want a relationship, but I'm catching feelings. So what do I do? I think that's kind of like you can go, but in that position, you might feel like, yo, if I say something, I might fuck up this whole situation, and then the friends with benefits is done. You know what I mean?
Done. Yeah,
But if you continue, then you're gonna go following deeper and deeper, and more emotions.
It's a catch-22 in a way, yo. It's like a double-edged sword.
And then what?
That's a good question.
Knowing that you're
That's
never gonna get.
That's a really good.
I mean,
question.
like at this point now, I feel like I found the solution to that. It's kind of like, again, everything's linked to communication. Like, I've been in situations where, like, we both walked in mutually on a tip. We're like, we're just fucking. It's nothing else. Like, no, don't call me every day, nothing. Like, just only link me if you're down. Whatever. And we've been there. And I think I was with homeboy for, like, all together, we did our thing for, like, 8 months. But, you know, we walked in being like, oh, this is cool. Let's just chill, whatever. At the 4-month mark, I was in deep. And I knew it. I was like, oh no. Like, emotionally, I was like, and he wasn't it anyways, but emotionally, I was like, oh, fuck. I think I'm, like, in it. And I remember I was consulting all my girls. About it. And they're all just like, how long has it been? I'm like, 4 months. They're like, oh, what? Like, you're not going to talk to him about anything? I was like, no. And I was always so, like, trying to, like, sell myself as, like, that down shorty that's, like, always super zen. I don't give a fuck. I'm not like other girls. This, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Me now realizing how detrimental as a female to say that about, like, I'm not like other women. I'm like, why am I disassociating myself with my sex?
Exactly.
So that's a way I'm harming women by saying this shit. And also skewing up homeboy's head top about how he holds women in his heart, whatever.
Okay.
But going into it. Yeah. So, like, the 4-month mark, I was, like, talking to my girls. I was like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if I say something, I'm going to ruin the whole flex. Like, we both said we just wanted to fuck. Like, I don't know. And she's like, honestly, it's worth a shot. You know, all the shorties are just going to, like, hail you up. Like, no, tell him. Like, gotta figure out. And then, like, I'll try and, like, go over, like, how we've been. And, like, and then that situation was different. Because, like, we were, like, doing stuff and, like, hanging out and, like, doing lots of, like, more coupley vibe-ish things rather than, like, friends with Benny's things. Like, I'd always be pulling up
friends with Benny's.
Yeah. More instead of just, like, I'd be pulling up to the spot. Like, we were seeing each other every other day for starters. So, like, homeboy even left the country and came back.
That's a lot. For friends with Ben?
For friends with Benny's?
Friends with Benny's?
We were seeing each other. I swear to God, the first, like, 3 months of this shit, every other day I was at his crib.
No wonder you got
like,
caught up.
I'd be there, then I'd go home, live my life for, like, 24 hours, then he's on my phone again being like, so are you busy tonight? I'm like, what?
You a fiend, bro.
So, and then me, I'm like,
that's too much for a friend of Benny's stuff.
I mean, that was perfect for me. I was like, this is my case. I love this shit.
Yeah, but then you're catching feelings.
I was catching hard feelings though. I was like, and like,
so
catching feelings, and like, this is how I knew I was catching feelings and I was falling hard. I was falling in love with just journeying into his place. Like, homeboy lived in Liberty Village, and I was coming from, like, East York at the time, and that's, like, an easy, like, hour. That's, like, an easy hour commute. So I was like, okay. So then, I was falling in love with, like, the subway ride to fucking Ossington Station, then catching the bus to go down to Liberty, then walking to the man's condo. I was in it, like, it was the whole experience was euphoric, which is fuck. And then I waited until we got to the 6 months of just, like, doing this thing where I, like, asked him. He came over to mine, and I'm like, whatever. It was, like, cool, it was fun. And, like, at that point, we've already gone on a double date with one of my homegirls and one of his boys. He would take me out sometimes. Like, if I pulled up to the spot looking cute, he'd be like, oh, you look nice, let's go somewhere. Doing all that stuff. Nigga. So I'm sitting here like, it's only been, like, half a year.
You have to put some of that on him still.
So it's already been half a year. So I was like, okay, let me ask the thing. So it's the 6-month mark at this point. It's like around, like, whatever, all types. So then he comes over to mine, and then we're just, like, doing our thing, you know, on the couch. I kicked out my roommate. I was like, you know, whatever, having a nice little evening, turn on the TV. And then we're sitting on the couch just chilling. And I remember I, like, looked at him, and I just, like, and I was mad nervous. But I looked at him, and I said, do you like me?
I know it's hard to stop, dog.
I looked at him, I asked him, and I was like, do you like me? This is before we hit. So, like, I was like, I'm like, do you like me? And he looked at me and said, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Way. And I just said, like, oh, okay. Now it's just, like, me being me. And I was like, let a little moments pass in silence. And he's just, like, there with his arm around me, like, whatever. And I do it again. I'm like, do you want me to be your girlfriend?
No, fam. Come on, Oh,
I had to do
fuck.
it.
Suicide.
I had
fam.
to do it. I warmed it up with
That was
do
a-
you like
that
me
was
No,
a
question.
that's, you think that's a warm up? That's a warm up.
It's a warm up for me. It's a warm up
Holy
for me. It's a hard thing to ask.
Holy.
I'm not good with confessing my feelings.
You
to
like
people.
me? That was the warm
That
up.
was my
Yeah.
warm up
And then,
question.
you want me to be here?
Do you want me?
Yo, the man's heart must have
He's
stopped.
like, what the fuck?
Uh,
I didn't get no pussy yet. He's cheating.
so I asked him that. And then,
Ladies, don't put men on the spot like that.
I had to though. I had to get off my chest, and it had to be in person. I couldn't text that to anybody.
Yeah,
It's just
facts.
one of those
Yeah,
things,
I get
whatever.
it. But
Yeah,
So I was like,
God
whatever. I
damn.
have to get off my chest. It's been building up for 6 months. I'm like, oh. So I asked him, do you want to be? Do you want me? Oh, I said, do you want me to be your girlfriend? I didn't even ask him if he want like whatever. And then he just looked at me straight as face and he said no.
Well, I rate the niggas honesty, bro.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh. And I was just like,
You know why? He was giving him the milk for too long, bro. The
Yup.
milk was
It was
free for too long,
terrible.
nigga. He's not gonna buy
I'm
the
not gonna
cow,
start
bro.
buying.
He's
Yep.
not gonna buy the cow. The milk was free for too long.
terrible.
So it goes.
But yeah, he said no with the straightest face, and I was like, oh, and then I had to fucking collect my shit. I was like, oh, fuck me. And I'm fucking sitting there
So
benching the heart rate in the moment.
you ask any more questions after that?
Jesus, now you're backing up my shit.
Did
you ask
you ask any more questions? Probably
I
not.
was like,
All your curiosity was peaked for the night.
I had
Well, that's
to.
all I needed
That
to
was
know.
it. So I started picking my shit up, and then I was like, whatever. And then he looked at me and was like, no, I just like consistency and stuff, I don't really. And I was like, oh, and I'm sitting there.
Yeah,
like,
man trying to walk
you,
it
trying to
back.
finesse it.
and then I
Yeah.
asked him more
You
questions
realize he's
after
like,
that.
ah.
So he said no, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Took the L there, and I asked him, I'm like, so are you like seeing other people and stuff? He said no, and then I asked him, I'm like, oh, are you still on the app? He said no, he deleted it already. And I was like, okay, and then in my mind, I'm like, you're saying no to all these questions. You're not fucking anybody else. You're not still on the app going on dates with anybody else. It's legit just me in your corner. You said no to the girlfriend thing, and I'm here like perplexed. I'm like, okay. And then he just looked at me. He's like, I just like consistency. I just like consistency.
What the fuck?
He just hit me with
Doesn't
what
even
is
make
that?
no
Just
sense.
said I
That
just
doesn't
like
make any-
consistency.
The fuck?
And then
Okay.
and then
what
I
does that
just
mean?
sat
While
there.
being the most inconsistent
Like,
person.
I just don't know. And I was like, and I just sat and then I took it and I was like, okay. And then we proceeded to fuck. And I was like, all right. Like, I was just confused. And then everything fell apart after
hit
that.
yeah.
After that?
After that,
Of course.
everything fell all the way apart. He started switching up on me. He started getting like meaner with me. We got into like a fight.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
started
He
dissing.
basically
He said
started dissing me
Yeah.
and stuff. He called me ugly without makeup on and shit. He said
Yeah.
everything.
he couldn't do a cold turkey. That's what I had to
Yeah.
happen. He had to.
He tried to push you
He
away.
tried to push you away.
Yeah.
Because he knew he didn't want nothing. You had caught feelings. He couldn't just cut you like that and say, all right, fuck it.
Right.
Because that's too cold. You guys been fucking for 6 months and he probably actually rates you. But
Yep.
he's not trying to get to that level.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a shitty thing to do, but
It is what it is.
that's better than ghosting. Right?
Yeah.
Better than ghosting, I guess.
The accidental ghost word. He could have finessed into the accidental
Mm,
ghost.
this is
Like,
weird.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I mean, in those situations, you put him on the spot. Like, man's was probably like,
But
But
my
after
whole-
like half a year though.
No, but my whole thing is, let me put it this way.
Mm.
Yo, you entered into this agreement.
with
Like,
the person.
this is what you decided to do. So, yo, that's what he's saying the whole time. So that's what we've been talking about, companionship.
Right.
Obviously, you guys went to the next level. You had in sex, and you guys are going and eating food. So you guys are blending the two spectrums.
Yeah,
like
a
meeting
lot,
friends
right?
and shit.
Oh,
And
that's
meeting,
a lot, yeah.
and getting really into it. But at the end of the day, what was originally decided upon
Mm.
was that this is just casual.
Mm.
Now, the problem with these things is, yeah, when you have casual sex and you fuck with somebody and you like them, you're cool, but you don't have a relationship with them, but you're cool with hanging out with them, you're gonna do things.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna go places. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna spend more time with them.
Yeah.
And then when you do that, there's a high propensity you're gonna catch feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Because you're spending a lot of time with
Yeah. So it is what it is. But also the thing is, like, you're building. If you're spending a lot of time fucking somebody, you're probably gonna want to spend some time with them outside of fucking too. It's just gonna go that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean you're trying to build something with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for
But
sure.
that's always where it's gonna kind of.
it's gonna go that way.
And
especially.
so yeah, I don't know. For me personally, like, companionship can only work if you're not fucking, because then it's easy to just say, all right, I'm just gonna cut you off when you decide to not do that anymore.
I agree. I
Right.
think
Right.
once you add sex to it, then there's another level that you have to
Gets
get
too
to.
deep.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're already spending time with each other.
Yeah, because think about it. Once
and
when
shit.
you want to transition from that person to the next person,
Yeah.
were you fucking them? No.
No.
As opposed to
Yeah.
yes. Look.
Right.
No, we never
right,
fucked.
right.
Now then, okay, stress off my bad. They don't give a fuck. But it's like you say, yeah, we were fucking. Oh my gosh, their insecurity,
Yeah.
all this shit,
Yeah.
bro.
And,
you know
and
what
you
I'm saying?
kind of still want this person to be your homie. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
exactly.
built that
Now you have to
bond
duppy
with
them. So it's
You
like,
see what I'm
nah.
saying? Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Companionship does only work if you're not fucking. Because
Yeah.
honestly, once you have that agreement and it's good, if you're thinking about having sex, then it has to be a conversation. Like, yo, if we do this, this could change shit. Are you
And
prepared?
I'm sorry, bro. It
Always.
always
You know what I mean?
does.
Always.
Yo,
And
listen.
will always
It
change
always
it.
does. To answer the question, if anybody's asking question, can you fuck your friend and still remain friends? Yes, but it's like
Yes, you can.
fucking. It's like hitting the lottery. The chances of it are very slim. You can, but it doesn't happen very often. More times than not, you're gonna lose the friendship.
And it depends on
Yeah.
the maturity level
Yeah.
for sure. Because I know, like, me before, never. But, like, me now, like, I've had an instance where it had happened with a really close friend and we're still close. It's just, like, that part, we tried a thing and we just kind of, like, took that part out of the equation. It's kind of like, okay, we tried it. It wasn't a good experience for either of us when we did. We talked about it after and it's like, all right, cool. Well, like, I still fuck with you as a person. So, like, we're still in this friendship shit. We're just not going to fuck anymore because it was terrible. So, it was that.
Has that ever worked for you? Because for me, I've never been in a
No.
situation where
No.
I've
I've
slept
always-
with someone and we're still the same.
Yeah, if we were friends, we were always like good friends.
Yeah.
Like good close friends. And then then we end up fucking.
Mm-hmm.
And then the relationship always trails us down after that. Like, and to be honest, like, it only happened to me twice. Like, 2 times, one time, the relationship, both, like, the result is I don't talk to these girls. But there's no beef.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
these are girls that I actually love, like, but like my real friends that
Right.
I actually appreciate them as a friend. I didn't just look at them for sex or thought they were sexy or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
You fuck, and now you lose that friendship. Just because
Yeah.
whatever, maybe there's some other underlying things, but whatever it is, between that transaction, after the transaction, and during those transactions, yeah, it changes a lot. Like a lot of things happen, right? So, and a lot of things can happen. Is also you have to put into a factor. You may get an STI. You can get your friend fucking pregnant. You know what I'm saying? All types of crazy shit, right? So,
And that changes a lot too.
so you have to look at that, right?
You gotta look at that.
You
And
have to
I
really
don't think
look at that.
more people don't even really think on that level. They were more just thinking like, okay, like
The instant part.
it's the instant part, and
Yeah.
and naturally, what tends to happen, I feel, is that you're spending so much time with someone. So when you start getting that bond, you start thinking, hey, I wonder, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
for
the
sure.
fantasy,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like coming in
it's
your
a
head
fucking
because this-
fantasy.
It feels
Mhm.
right and it feels good, but what
Mhm.
you're misunderstanding is the responsibility, like you were talking about, is not there. That's why it feels the way it does.
That's why it is like exactly.
That's why it feels the way it does. So naturally, you're gonna start thinking maybe we can make this work. I know this person,
Right.
vibe or whatever,
Right.
but you don't know they don't know relationship you, and you don't know relationship them.
Right.
Because people switch when they're in a
Right.
relationship.
It's
It's totally
different.
different.
Not even just that. You can have a
Guaranteed.
friend. You guys just have different ideas and concepts of what you want from life,
Mm.
right? And you
True.
guys, that has nothing to do with your
Mhm.
friendship.
Yeah.
The second you start putting that into relationships, oh wow, I want to live here. I don't want to live there. I want to have this many kids. I don't want to
yeah.
have. I want to be
What?
married. I don't want to be.
Right.
There are things.
There are
Like, oh
things
shit! I
coming
didn't
to
even
it.
realize it was like that. Like, oh shit.
Because you're not gonna really. You might have those conversations, but you're not looking to ask those type of questions, right?
Especially on a friendship level.
And sometimes you're not even
having
deep in it.
conversations
No,
that
And you're not
way.
even deep in it sometimes when you do have those
Exactly,
combos because you're not
exactly.
thinking about them like that.
Right.
Because you're just like, oh, okay, we're just having an intellectual conversation. That's
Right.
it.
Just shooting the shit. Whatever.
But now, when you take that step and you guys are sleeping together and you guys are getting to that point, then you're like, oh, yo, I wonder how this person is. And you've probably seen this person interact in relationships. Maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If you guys
yeah.
haven't been having sex, you might see this person in a relationship,
Right.
and it might just be that vibe, right? So
Right,
like, there's a
right,
whole
right.
lot of different things. And also, I feel like with a companionship, I don't know, I could be wrong. You guys feel it's something that happens organically? Because I feel like a friends with benefits is kind of, you guys have already been friends. So is there like just, or you guys know each other, so it's just kind of like, this is a thing, we have this sexual tension, we're sleeping together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's usually that's the way where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you guys are friends, and maybe some spicy conversation comes up one time, and or maybe a joke is wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah,
crosses the
yeah.
boundary one time,
And then you
Conversations
agree to,
had
do a
and-
thing, whatever.
You might just try it.
try it out.
Try
Yeah.
it.
Now, a question for you guys, because you told us how you got caught up. Now, how do you handle it when you're the person on the other end, when you weren't the one who initiated this, but you're still the one adhering to the agreement? So let's say the person is like, I don't want anything. So you're like, okay, cool. But then that's the same person who starts catching feelings. You see what I'm saying? Because I know as a man,
Everybody's
I've been in those situations where a woman will tell me, I don't want anything. And the reason why they probably want to sleep with me is because they have a certain level of trust with me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then it's like, all right, cool. You don't want anything. So I'm thinking, all right, me and her are going to have this agreement. Now, it's not that we were sleeping together like regularly, like every other day or whatever. Yeah. But every time we hung out, we fuck. Like it's just what it was.
One of those things, yeah.
So now me, and you guys can tell me if I was wrong for this. Me, I was thinking like, all right, cool. So I met next shorty. So the whole time, because I'm not chilling with shorty like that. So the whole time, me and the other shorty are vibing. We're not fucking or whatever. But then when I realized, yo, I'm catching feelings, and me and her are about to go on a flex, I was like, yo. I showed shorty one day, like, she wanted to chill. So I said, yo, we can chill, but I'm actually kind of starting to see someone, right? So, like, I wanted to chill, but I was just like, just to see where it goes. Keep it, we're not going to fuck or whatever the case is. Just a certain spec. I'm like, yeah, we can go jam and whatever. Right. And she was kind of like, oh, okay, cool. And then, like, I think 2 days before we were supposed to hang out, she told me she had something up or whatever. So I was like, all right, cool, no worries. Fam, I got a friggin' email, bro.
An email?
I got an email, fam. I got an email. And it was nuts, bro. And she was just kind of like laying it out, like saying that I was the only one that she was sleeping with and shit like that. And like, we've known each other. Like, why didn't you think we could have something? You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. And I was
email my G.
I got an email, my G. Holy fuck. Dude.
Yo, you know it was fucking bunning her, dog. And she had to email you.
She emailed. Because I guess, like, back in, you don't want to type out all that through a text. So
she whipped out the...
I seen the email and I'm like, I seen her name and I'm like, what? What is this? Fam, I got the email, dog. I didn't even know that. Yeah, shorties were on that. But yo, and she was like, she really like laid it out. I felt like shit, but at the same time, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, but this is what you wanted. Why would I feel, you know what I mean? So I kind of felt fucked up.
But it's not on you though. It's not on you.
It's not on you.
If she was catching feelings,
she should have said something.
But it's like one of those things where, like, being a female, for me personally, like, I've gone to a lot of, like, hookups and whatever with that same energy and not meant it the entire time. Like, that's a thing that, like, I was trying to do to, like, maybe seem more appealing to these men so they wouldn't run away from me or just, like, not give me a chance.
See, that's why you can't do that.
So it's like it goes deeper and it's definitely not a testament to, like, the person.
Yeah.
It's a testament to, like, the person who walked in with these, like, this hard demand, like, because I used to walk in hard foot, like, no, we're just this, we're just that, whatever, and that's that. And I was like, and, like, me saying that and, like, thinking that, like, okay, they're on my team now because, like, now they can chill with me and, like, whatever, and I can just, like, pounce on them later with this shit. So backwards to be that way because, like, it's just, like, walking in on the seat is not going to get you what you want. Like, I walked in knowing damn well I wasn't meaning anything I was saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was just trying to say it to seem more attractive to the other person. So the other person would stay in my bubble and give me a chance.
I see what you're
saying. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like...
It was crazy. Like, till this day, it's still one of those things where I was like, yo, and, like, I was more conscious after, you know what I mean? But, yeah. But, like, yeah, I was more conscious after. I was more, like, just, like, shit. Like, now when I talk to women, even just going back, like, if I want that type of vibe, I'm very cautious. Like, even if they say, oh, like, yo, I don't want anything, I'm like, yo. And again, you have to be mature. Like, let me know if you think you're catching feelings. Don't wait till you're in deep.
In it, yeah.
Wait and let me know. So at least and then I have the option to be like, yo, let's try a thing. If it doesn't work out.
You know what I
mean? Or then we can just stop having the physical
aspect. Or we can even say, all right, so if you're catching feelings, all right, let's just distance ourselves to something.
Exactly.
A little bit more.
See each other a little less.
Yeah.
To maneuver around it to preserve the friendship aspect of it.
That's what I think. Like, but yeah, that was wild. I got an email, man. It was nuts.
Yeah, that's hectic. I don't know, man. That's like, listen, whatever, like, I think, like, one of the themes of this season so far have been, like, honesty and communication in relationships, right?
Yeah.
So that's just all it comes down to, man. When we all talk about, we have all these big talks, it all comes back to the same thing. Don't mislead nobody. Follow your heart and just be true to yourself. Be honest with the other person. That's it. And whatever suits you, be it monogamy,
Whether you pay or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, guys. You just live your truth. You know what I'm saying? This was a humble Sunday.
Yeah.
We're chilling here at Parkdale.
Yeah.
We never got into the intro. So this is the motherfucking Dem Ones podcast, and that was our talk about companionship. Hope you guys enjoy. Have yourself a great week.
Later, guys.
Bye.